Okay, think we're back. I want to say we're on YouTube as well. I think. Don't quote me on that part. Sup, Zith Vader? How's it going, dude? All right, let's swap into game really quick. Okay. At least it looks like we're working on Twitch, so that's all that matters. Just kidding. It's not all that matters, but yeah. Just decided that I was going to try this restream. Well, not restream. It's a different type of stream, but yeah, if you're in YouTube land and you're watching, let me know. What's up, Doofine? Missed my buttery voice on the round table last night. I know, yeah, I was at, we had a kind of a later night. Me and my wife, we had a later night planned, and so I didn't know how late it was going to be, so I just told them I probably wasn't going to be able to make it. I ended up showing up, I don't know. I don't remember exactly what time. But yeah, like I showed up a little bit later and they were still going, so I was like, I think Zareth even invited me in, but I was like, it's like I'd already had some to drink, and I was like, man, I'll probably just not be able to add anything positive to that conversation. So I just was in the chat like the rest of us, you know. Just being a dude inside chat. Okay, so we need to get the damage immunity and ability block a few times. The hardest part is honestly reacquainting myself with, oh, you know what's more important than this right now though? Fleet. that's more important. Because we've still got an hour left. Let's see where we drop to. 11th. Yikes. Oh man, it's going really slow right now. Holy cow. I'm just assuming that I don't need these two ships. I don't know what they are. They're probably like Hans Millennium Falcon and something else. Okay. But yeah, how's everyone doing? Good to see everyone out here. And thanks for coming out. I'm just gonna be vibing, honestly. That's literally it. It's not much. There's not much going on tonight. Just decided that I was like, hey, I gotta do Conquest, so might as well do it on the onlines. And it is pretty slow. It's kind of worrisome. I think my computer is starting to go. It's weird though. I've only had this computer since it would have been Christmas of 19. So I guess it's coming up on. So is this going to be the 4th year? I guess. So it is kind of old by technology standards, I guess. Yeah, man, it's lagging. The other thing is I haven't played on BlueStacks in a long time. And so what also might be happening is I've noticed that like sometimes it feels like it's downloading kind of the assets while you're playing. So but yeah, I haven't been streaming as much lately. Obviously, I've been really busy with like work and stuff like that. But gosh, dude, can you even imagine? Sometimes it's hard, but I usually do end up being able to imagine. What's up, Loso? How's it going, dude? Oh, look, I think we do have some YouTubers here. Get those ships to R9. What's going on? I'm gonna mess up this name. Zaljako? Sorry, I know I probably butchered that, but please forgive me. Yeah, I know, dude. There's so many relic like priorities that I have going on right now. It's insane. Like I just unlocked Leia. What was it? Maybe 2 nights ago? I think it was right before the weekend. So maybe it was Thursday night or Friday night, something like that. Is that you? He is here. Oh no, Zaljako? No, that's not him. Imagine understanding what CG meant when they were. Oh yeah, no, I have no idea what their GAC announcement was. I said so too, like in the chat. I was like, dude, what? I read the GAC announcement and it sounded like Meathead himself just like found the reason why it was happening, and he gave some like explanation of like, hey, like I found it, it's something that's gonna take, like there was just so many vague like references. It was like, we found it, we fixed it. You might notice that for the next 2 to 4 months, like it's gonna be a little bit aggressive. I was just like, what is happening? Like, can we get any more further detail of what happened, or are we are we just, we're gonna be left out in the dust here? Rip Glenny? True, dude. Glenn's down horrendous, honestly. I mean, it's just bad for him. All right, we can't forget that we have to do. Wait, hold on. Can we? What? Oh man, we got to do 2 more battles here. Okay, so I'm gonna bore us. I know it's boring, but I'm gonna bore us with the conquest one where we just auto and then just call it a day. It's 10 minutes long, and you hope to get like as many repost, and because I think I saw that as the team that was already loaded up. So yeah, we're gonna do this. I'm sorry guys, we're gonna play this for 10 minutes and then we're gonna go do a fleet battle, then we're gonna probably do some more conquests and then another fleet battle, and all the meanwhile we're gonna vibe. The vibes are gonna be immaculate though, that's for sure. All right, so we need to put this on you. Put these on you. Okay. And it's always a toss-up, I feel like, between Dooku and what's his name? I don't know. We'll give it to you. Go ahead and start off with 1 armor shred. Why not? Anyways, yeah. What's up, Emo Kid Skills? Congrats on Leia. CG has been surprisingly free with the bonus drops and extra shards this time. It made things so much easier. I mean, Doofine, if you've been around for a while, you'll know that I have a very specific belief of CG being able to cater to the free to play, and they don't shy away from that. No, but seriously, yeah, it was weird because I took my break from the game last time when Jabba was like about to come out, so I don't know if there was anything. I joined and Jabba had been released. I don't know if there was anything, but I thought someone said that there was like something similar to this. It wasn't as big though. It wasn't like as I guess free to play friendly. I don't know how else to describe it, but that's what was told to me anyways. There was like some sort of event. This one though, I guess, was probably more. So yeah, I like I said, I don't know exactly what all happened last time, but I will say this. I think the reason why they did that is because they have to teeter a very fine line, right? Like they have to teeter something where it's like, hey, you know, we want it to be hard to get, but not so hard to get that no one gets it. And I think at the time before that like had happened, right? I think there was like less than 2,000 Leias or something like that, which isn't a ton, but I mean, it's a lot of money that they made. But at some point you have to be like, okay, what you don't want, I think, happening is basically a Rey, right? Like you don't want, and they're releasing stuff like way faster than what we got when Rey was released to us a long time ago. Yeah, so what you don't want is, you know, a situation in where like a lot of the player base just says, well, I guess I'm just never going to get Leia. Like, and they just kind of full on, you know, believe that and they admit it and that, you know, all this other stuff. So yeah, I think that's actually pretty, they are like, I think teetering on that line a little bit. And so that I think this was a way to be like, hey, if we give them double drops, they're going to spend money on crystals, or they're going to, you know, maybe they'll have it planned or whatever. But a lot of people will have to drop money on crystals, and we'll still get like a good, decent amount back from this. But we also are releasing, you know, Bo-Katan. We're also releasing Jedi Knight Cal. We're also releasing, you know, the Marauder, right? Like all these things. And what we don't want, though, is that people just decide like, oh, well, I don't need a Galactic Legend, especially after this Kron goes away and people are like, you know, she's going to fall back down to Earth from what she is, unless, of course, they follow it up with another Kron. So, yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how they kind of keep going through this. Like, what's their like their prime number of people? Obviously, I think they do want to make it like monetarily good for them, but yeah, it should be interesting. I think Teeter D's. True. Let's see here. My goodness, we're already just bashing people. My goodness, you guys are crazy. Make whaling matter again. Make whale lives matter. This was so much for free to friendly than Jabba. Teeter D's. Yeah, and I don't know exactly. Like I said, I was kind of out of the game at the time, so I don't really quite know. I know that there was 3 requirements that were dropped. One of them was Cantina. The other 2, I think, were like hard nodes. So it wasn't like, it was definitely not easy. I think like I also got 10,000 crystals for my mods being messed up. So yeah. I also know that probably helped boost me and probably made it to where I was like, yeah, no, it wasn't that bad to get Jabba. So yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys are still doing this. DCs for the latest marquees is their new way to give something to the whales. Not only DCs, but I mean, you can see it too with just all the you know, like how should I say this? I highly doubt there's ever going to be another release. Well, maybe not ever. But I do think we're going to start to be in the zone of, I used to be able to unlock things on the first day, first time around, right? That used to be like a very real thing for me and the way that I played, which was hoard crystals for months, and then it was pretty much always on the 6-month mark. Go ahead and be able to get the new meta, right? With all the hoarded crystals that I'd gotten for months of getting within the top 5 in Squad Arena. That's changed though, right? And I think, like I said, you could just see with Bo-Katan, you can see with Jedi Knight Cal, you can see with Leia, you could see with Jabba, right? There hasn't really been anything where that playstyle is able to maximize that, right? Maybe if you just kept so many crystals, but like if you think about it, even 3 marquees is, I forget now what it is. It's over. That's like each marquee, I want to say, like from 3 stars. Even if you soft whaled, I think it's like over 15,000 or 20,000 crystals or something crazy, right? So you would have to have like 60,000 crystals or something like that for Leia. So it's definitely not easy, and it's definitely a lot different than it used to be. And like I said, I think that's kind of by design, right? I think that's they want that. And I think that's like their new medium of like getting people to pay the price, quote unquote, like literally and figuratively. So yeah, I think it'll be, I will be very surprised if in the future we somehow get something to where like you, by through an aggressive farming schedule, you were able to just get something 100% completely free to play. I think you're going to need to crystal whale on things from now on. So, but yeah, and then also, you know, the DCs are what, like, I feel like supports your decision, right? Because then you might crystal whale on something, but then you get your DCs, and I mean, it's just like, oh cool, like I have kind of this huge advantage of a win button essentially, if I play it right. So what's up, Quantum Shield? How's it going? Every GL has a game breaking potential via datacrons. That's true. Every squad, I mean, depending on how much they want to go into it. The beef is real. This game's trash. Just relax. What's up? How's it going, guys? How's it going, Mary J? Oh, Iron Deer, how's it going, man? Closest thing to free to play lately was the Lightsea bundle, and it's still not clearly free to play. That's true. Yeah, it's true. That is very true. Like it is one of those things where that has been the most like player friendly thing that they've ever given out as far as a pack goes, for sure. But it's not free to play for sure. But it did help my guild. Well, not my main account guild, but it helped my baby guild, which was awesome. And I think it makes sense too. Like, if you guys have been following me on this channel, one of the things that I'm always talking about is just like, it is insanity, man. And like the other thing too, though, like it is so crazy that this game has some really weird players when it comes to it, with the entitlement of like, oh, like I had to grind for this, so I want other people to grind for it too. And it's like, you grinded for that in 2016, my guy. Like, it's time for you to let that go. It doesn't need to be that hard for guys, because the thing is like, if that continues to be the case, guilds will continue to die, and yeah, like it's just not going to be a good thing overall, right? So, all right, we got the armor shred. How many more freaking riposts do we got to get? The problem is that I saw that they stayed ability block like 9/10 of the time. All right, now we go do our fleet battle. And yeah. Sheesh. Would never have unlocked Rey and Kylo, and probably will now have them likely both before 2024. And that is exactly Iron Deer. I think again, like their fear, why they, I mean, they gave double drops for probably multiple reasons, because they have evidence that they'll make money off of it. But I will also say, like, it has to also be the fact that, like, you know, like it's got to also be a little bit of like, they don't want a race scenario where like it's 4 years past her release date and there's just so many of the player base that just said, I'm never gonna get her, or like, she's just way down on my list of priorities. Like, they want people to get GLs. Like, that's just a huge part of this game at this point. So, you know, I don't know. They just don't, it's not good for the game when like you just simply are ignoring like part of the game, right? Like such a big part of the game too. So, and it just makes sense, man. Like, what's great too is that both Rey and SLKR are still amazing. Like they're so good. Man, I didn't kill on that time. Sheesh, I need an R9 Vader apparently. Okay, this is gonna get a little bit hairy because of the stun there. Okay, let's bring out, in this case, let's bring out our friend here. Oh no, it was the wrong guy. Oh well. All right, we're gonna have to kill Marauder the old-fashioned way. Man, I hate this freaking counter though. So annoying. Oh my gosh, it's so laggy right now. Imagine. Okay. Yeah, alright, so it can still win if you shoot the wrong guy. Guilds are dying in my opinion. Well, I mean, they're always gonna be, guilds have been dying since the invention of guilds in 2016. They're always gonna be evolving and shifting and stuff like that. It really just depends on how stable your guild becomes, which is really comes down to like officer burnout and yeah, just overall like guild leadership. Like usually it's not the members, right? It's very few times have I been in a guild where like it's like, oh man, just like 5 random dudes left, and now we're folding up the you know, we're closing down the doors, right? What it always is the guild leader leaves, and then the officers do, like, you know, some of the officers leave, and then it's like, okay, so what are we, you know, now, like yeah, it's like, okay, like I don't know what we are or like what we do, or if I've only got okay, so I got 6 more. It's kind of it's not a ton, but it's not, I don't think it's enough to merit doing that auto battle for 10 minutes of our lives. We could also just auto it until we think we've gotten 6 and then win it. All right, I'm gonna do this damage immunity one. So typically I was supposed to get like around 20s, and that was my second battle. So, I mean, you can do the math. I think I was at 34. So I don't know why I didn't get those extra 6, and I guess it was just because maybe they're ability blocked more than often. I'm trying to remember if maybe I just put like med pack on C, because he can get he can get ability blocked, and that's fine, but he can't, like, there's no way they're gonna kill him, and I don't think really cleansing him matters a ton. So maybe I put cleanse like on like Dooku or something, so that way he was never ability blocked. I looked over like multiple times, and like both Malikos and Dooku were ability blocked. So maybe one time I just put, you know, that on them. What am I going for here again? Yeah. Give me you plus give me, I've been running different scoundrels here. Kind of just depends on what we're feeling. What's the flavor? I came here for one thing and one thing only. More cowbell. Are they here that we need? What's up, Dylar? How's it going, dude? Unfortunately, I'm not the hero. Sorry, I need to catch up. I knew Malgus over Marauder. I don't know, kill Marauder naturally. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I definitely don't do it that way. When Endor raid comes out, there will be a load of people looking for stronger guilds. It's always the way it is, right? Yeah, like, it's just kind of the way that that's guilds aren't really, like, the thing is that everyone will talk about, well, like, guild strength like this, and like this is an indicator of like, but the thing is, like, guilds really don't, it's not like guilds were meant to last forever, you know? Like, they are a mandatory thing that's got to happen, and I think that they're a good thing, because I think a lot of us, the community that you build with inside of your, you know, your game, I think it's like I said, I think it's important, but I mean, there's been a lot of guilds that have folded since, like I said, 2016 when guilds were incorporated. Just is what it is, kind of, you know. And we're like too strong right now. Actually, I don't even know why I'm trying to hit you. So right now, I think we've gotten like what? 3? Yeah, it's like I'm too strong right now. Okay, there's another one. There's another one. There's another one. Okay, I think we're done. I think that's as many as we'll get. I think it was like 4 right there. So not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it was 5. But yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys, seriously, both of you stop talking about freaking TW that happened in 2017. It's freaking retarded. Like, it's so bad. Quit talking about it. Just shut the hell up. No one cares. There we go. What's up, Thapa? Yeah, I try not to do manuals. that is true. If a feat requires manual, like I better get it within a few battles. Like this one's usually good for like I said right now. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Or something like that. Because every time he gets it as well. So it's like they get it plus he gets it plus he gets it. Okay. So I need Ray to get it. Ray's like my next. Yeah, do an AoE here. Okay, there's another one. Yeah, this one is weird. I feel like around 70% stamina is like the best, or like the where you get the most out of it, right? After that, it's just you either die too quickly or yeah. Hit me with an AoE again. Just do a basic here. It wasn't even enough. Okay, like I said, I think we probably got like 6 there, 7 maybe. Okay, perfect. We got it. All right, what's the next one again? Ability block. That one's just like Darth Vader, merciless massacring this. But now I think we're into the time to auto some Hut Cartel. Oh gosh, I think we froze. Oh, Jayhawker, what's up, dude? Hey, been a minute. That's true, it has. I see that you're on YouTube side of things. A little spicy. People need more edibles. Groove. Yeah, true, dude. It's just some wild stuff. What the heck is going on? All right, we're gonna have to apparently restart Galaxy of Heroes. TW should be reworked in my opinion. Have a reward when you win, or a better reward when you win. Right now, it's register and get your banner and defense and wait for payout. Yeah, I mean, I think the win is so. I think again, this is another one where you have to be really careful, because then you don't want to BCG and like be like, hey, we really want to incorporate like a big winners like payout. I do think though that there might be a way in which like, right, I think there is somewhere in between. I think that there's like something, maybe not per win, but maybe like where you are at the end of the like leaderboard, you know, similar to like GAC, right? Where it's like, hey, listen, you guys are Kyber 1 of TW. So, you know how in GAC you get like 2,000 crystals at the very end of the season. Basically, no matter how well you did, unless obviously you dropped so far down that now your 2,000 crystal payout is not 2,000 crystals, but something similar to that, right? Where it's like, hey, we get it. You guys fought some really hard fights, up there at the top. It's time for you guys to get like, a pretty serious payment in something, right? I don't know what that something is. But again, they have to kind of balance where like those end game players will start to just like skyrocket themselves. And while like the guys that you're trying to, get to kind of catch up to like mid game to end game would be like a slow drip to them, right? So they do have to take that into consideration, right? And so it's got to be tough from their perspective of like, well, how much is too much and stuff like that. I definitely don't like envy that portion of it, because I'm the same way. Like I would like it, but then at the same time, it's just like, well, in a game mode where there has to be a winner, there has to be a loser, and with they would need to really revamp TW matchmaking, because I'll tell you right now, like one of the main reasons I dislike GAC is because you are forced at some point to lose, right? Like unless you are the top accounts in the game, you're just kind of eventually forced up into a spot where it's like, okay, I'm going to lose. And then you're like severely punished for that. In my opinion, like you're punished pretty badly. Like you go from a 900 crystal win rate to a 200 crystal loss. Like it kind of eats up your daily crystal income, And so then you add a lot of pressure on yourself to continue to do well. But then again, going back to what problem number one is, which is you are going to eventually be forced to lose. And then so not when you basically play their system and you're like, okay, here's my forced loss, and it's like, okay, yeah, now we're punishing you for that, right? I don't know. They would have to revamp it, like the matchmaking or something, for me to be like, yeah, like let's add a pretty bad penalty for losing. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just an interesting way to go for it. Yeah, the difference between the top 6 and the rest of the guilds is huge. Yeah, and I mean, and the other thing too is, as if it was that big of a deal, right? Like if it was that good of a reward, and I'm talking like on the magnitude of like how well received the raid rewards were when they first came out. If it was something to that respect, you would have to think that there would probably be some more guilds that say, hey, listen, we're going to have to shift. But there would also just be a lot of players that just end up flocking to those 6 guilds. Maybe they, like I said, maybe some of those guilds that were like more casual, like, maybe, I don't know, like for instance, what's it? One Step to Insanity or whatever it is. Maybe, they eventually, it's like so many people want to come back into TW. It's like, okay, we're going to filter out some of the other people, which means that like they're not as good as maybe Caw Patrol or Caw Empire, but they're also going to be better than just like, the standard guild. Because these people have interest, right, in coming back into TW, and they've got the accounts that would mean that like, hey, like this is a good thing for your guild to have. So yeah, I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see how they like pan out this new PvP mode, right? I'm very curious. All right, I don't think we're going to get this done tonight. I'm just going to do my Hut Cartel on this node so that way I can get cool datacrons. Would also suck if they say R10 stuff there. Jayhawker, so here's the thing why like R10 wouldn't be the moving needle, because most people don't have a ton of R9, so they just be like, okay, cool, like I'm just falling behind more on it. And unless like it did something just like truly crazy, and like I don't even know what that thing would be, but unless it did that. What's up, Zmergy over on YouTube? Thanks for tuning in, man. How's it going with you guys? I'm gonna pour out a nice little drink, and we can, like I said, we'll just get the vibes going. It's gonna be interesting to see, because like I said, they have said that they're working on a new PvP mode, and it's gonna be interesting to see like what exactly that is. Is it going to be? I almost feel like there's a little bit of a. I think they're going to have to take away one of them, right? Like, there's just no way that we're going to get added to, like, we're not going to get TW plus GAC plus this new PvP mode. And it's like, okay, so then do you take away guild PvP? Maybe. Do you take away GAC? Maybe. Like, I don't know. It depends on, I guess, what that thing is replacing, right? Like, if it's more of an individual one, like, okay, for instance, I don't think anyone really missed GAC. Maybe a few people would miss GAC if like GAC turned into like a little mini like squad, like you were able to like kind of come up with your own ones. And I almost think the other thing too with like TW, right? Like if you got split into like little 5 to 10 man like squads within a battle of like your guilds fighting, so that way there's a lot less depending on right, 50 people showing up doing one single counter. And I think that's the problem with the current map and the current outlook of it, is that 50 people have to show up to unlock one zone, right? And at the very beginning of TW, there's only 2 zones showing. So if there was like, for instance, 5 zones showing, and they each all had, 15 or 20 teams or whatever the case is, I think then you get rid of a lot of the like, hey, it's been 3 or 4 hours, we really need you. And then it's like, dude, it's 5 a.m. my time. Like, like leave me alone kind of thing. Like, I'll get to that zone when I get to that zone. Just continue pressing on where you guys can, right? Because like I said, all people have different play times. Like people need, not every guild is all Eastern, East Coast time frame. So there's a lot of issues with the like 50 team walls. Like, as fun as they are at times, like, and they are fun because sometimes you're just slogging through them, but yeah, I'm slogging through it while some dude in Asia is like middle of his sleep, and like the officers are tagging him like, dude, where are you at? Like, get on, man. So yeah, I think Tacitus says he loves TW's words because he needs the brains, but most player base just has a bunch of them. Yeah, it's a huge price to pay, right, for one R9, and like the R9, like, hey, you have really unlocked something truly special with this character being R9, is kind of limited to GLs, and even then you're just like I'm not sure there's too many people that would be like, dude, wow, your JMK is only R8. Like, wow, man, that must suck. Like, you must lose so many fights due to that. Like, JML, yeah, Lord Vader, he's pretty good. Jabba, he's pretty good. Ray, pretty good. JMK, I think you kind of skip on. SLK would be sweet, but like, again, he does pretty well at R8, does well enough at, so it's like, yeah. But yeah, hey, what's up, Calvin? Yeah, no, I mean, like, that's the thing, is like, the thing is that like people, when we talk about rewards, we also have to talk about how frequently it happens, right? So it happens 2 times a week, every other week, and it happens for an entire year, right? So as you start to like look and see if like how many Zetas you did lose, it doesn't feel like much, because it's just one every single time. But eventually you're like, man, I've lost out on like, on a few Zetas, like a few, you know, that Zeta crunch that we're all feeling right now. It's like, if I had just had like more TW wins instead of losses, maybe I wouldn't be feeling it as much, right? And so it is interesting. And then like it gives other stuff too. And like I said, it's not like it's, I mean, think you lose like what, like 8 Carbonti each time and like, or something like that. So yeah, it's nothing where you're like, oh my God, I just lost. Like, what am I going to do for the next week? Like you are going to be fine. But again, over the course of the year, over the course of however many years you've been playing, it does add up, right? We just choose not to do that. And that's the same thing with Crankcore. Like everyone was like dogging on Crankcore rewards. And I was like, you guys, we run this like twice a week, 4 times a month, right? Or like 4 times in a month, I guess, because for the 4 weeks, like it's pretty good. And then like once Crankcore went away, now everyone that's been like just adding R8s like crazy is like, oh my God, like what the hell? I need way more R8 mats. I'm gonna pour a drink, guys, really quick. It won't be long. But yeah. I would say get rid of TB, but they just added RTE not too long ago. Yeah, and the thing is too, like with PvE, there's a really dedicated group of people that really love PvE. And like, I'm not saying that to dog on them. I'm just saying that like, if they got rid of something like that, like I truly do not like Conquest for the like game mode itself or anything like that. Like, sure, I like what it gives me, but there are some people that just really love Conquest, right? And like, this is their version of TW for them. Like for me, you know, like I love TW and I just love PvP in general, but like there are definitely some people out there that's like, they would kind of be on the verge of like, wow, they got rid of TB or they got rid of Conquest. Like, I'm quitting. That's it. That was the final straw. Like they're forcing me to play GAC. Like I hate them so much for this. So yeah, it's an interesting thing, man. Like, yeah, I don't know. They're gonna have to take away from one of the PvPs for whatever that new game mode is. And to be clear, like this was during a stream, so we don't quite know. Like maybe they just meant that like they're just revamping TW. I thought that though someone made a clarification that said like, hey, do you just mean that you're reworking TW rewards or something? And like, no, it's a new game mode. So it'll be interesting to see like what that ends up becoming. My SOK is still R7, and the times I've lost with him is my poor decision making, not his reg levels. Yeah, exactly. It's like R9 just isn't real. Like basically a ton of people, and I mean like a ton being like probably the smart people in the game, have essentially just taken R9s as like, I have R9 on people that CG told me that I needed R9 on, right? Plus JML. Like I think that's a totally like realistic way to play the game, because the inefficiency that is gained from R9 with the amount of gear and like relic materials that is taken to get that character to said point is kind of insane. And like I said, like the benefit that is gained from that, unless your name is like JML, is usually very little. I guess ships too, like Piet, there was definitely a little bit of like oh hey, like I like when my character goes first kind of thing. But everything else is pretty, it's a big price to pay for pretty marginal gains on it. They should make a guild tournament where you fight your guildmates. You know, I don't know, like I said, what they're planning on making, but it wouldn't surprise me like that they like the time invested in guild PvP needs to be looked at. And like I said, I don't know if that means that you break off into smaller sections of your guild PV, like your guild, and you do like it in, like I said, 5 to 10 man squads where you're just facing like other 5 to 10 man squads. And like I said, like maybe your squadron leader or whatever you want to call it, your officer decides like, right, like, hey, we're gonna be the ones that have to attack Mustafar, right? Like the other guild's Mustafar, and you know they have a really good, you know, Lord Vader wall. So I in my squad I need just a ton of people that have all relic 9 Boba Fett's, you know, Scion of Jango Boba Fett's or something like that, right? And you know, after that we're gonna be facing, so I need those guys, plus I need the guys that have really good, you know, General Kenobis, because right after that we'll be facing, we're gonna go to Endor, right? Like that's what the template has us going, right? Is we're gonna be going to Endor. So I need all the guys that have really good JMKs, so that way we can kill the Leias. I don't know, like something like that. And like you're able to see how the rest of your guild's doing, right? Like you'll be like, hey, our Euro guys are like already back to the back wall, right? They're like all the way back to Hoth. And you know, for us, we're still making our way through there. And like our Pacific Coast guys, right? They haven't even started yet, right? They're still sleeping or something like that. I think there's a way that they can like nodularly, that makes sense, like help make it to where you're still doing a ton of fights and you're still helping out your guild, but you're also not dependent upon the guy that's sleeping right now. My fleet shard has 22 R9 SAS. Sheesh. Can you imagine? I think the biggest one in my guild, or not my guild, in my fleet is R6. So basically people were just like, I'm just doing this so that way I can beat you. Like I said, though, I just do Chimera. It's good to just get that like practice in with that fleet. So I was just chilling with that. Sheesh, these guys really did this to me, huh? AoE dazed me. We're still dazed, so you know what? Let's cleanse you so that way you can at least assist. Oh no. Okay, good. We might lose this one though. Oof, yeah. I think it's because this is the one where it's like all of them have to survive, right? Okay. Well, I think we're actually pretty good right now. As long as we keep the TM rolling here. Yeah, all right, we're good. It's close, but your shard has 46 7-star Leviathans. My gosh. Yeah, nope, definitely not that bad for me.
Welcome home, Commando.
Dank Ideals become a member. Sheesh, dude. Thank you so much, Dank. How's it going, man? It's on the YouTube side. I haven't paid attention to you guys. I'm sorry. When did streams move to YouTube? I'm just dual streaming right now. I'm just trying it out, honestly. I did try a test stream on YouTube, but dude, thank you so much for becoming a member. My gosh, that's awesome. Appreciate that. How's it going? I think I owe you some stuff here. Make sure you get into the Discord so that way I can chat you up. But yeah, so where was I going with this? I forgot now. It's just too hyped. Gonna drink to that. Yeah, I have those DCs. Yep, that's. Oh, I was gonna show you my fleet shard. We'll see. It's been historically just a funny thing for me to do because everyone's always like, my fleet shard is so toxic, and I'm like, yeah, me too, man. Like, we'll probably find some guildless people in here that haven't played the game in forever. So okay. So it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Leviathans. Oh, 8 down here. So 8. And let's see where our first no guild is. Yeah, so this guy used to be part of my guild, or the fleet shard. He's still number 22. I don't know when he quit, to be honest, but I do know he was part of my fleet shard chat. So looks like number 26 has no guild. I don't know this guy. This guy was never part of it, so that he might have just quit yesterday. Drago was part of my fleet. We got a guy up here with negotiator. He's number 30th, and he's no guild. He, like I said, he was part of my fleet shard chat as well. I do remember him quitting. I think it was like a year ago. So he's been hanging on to that spot for a long time. Don't remember Chewy, but he's no guild. JJ Skywalker. Oh, he was part of my fleet shard chat as well. Look, he's even rocking a level 80 profundity, which is kind of cool. And then Stan Krug. I don't know who this guy is either. But I mean, you can tell, obviously, like in the bottoms, we've got negotiators and malevolences. So, yeah, that's how chill my fleet shard is. It's kind of hilarious. So, you can drop down in the 70s with your 7-star Leviathan. Yikes. It's kind of yikes, man. You never use anything other than YouTube? No, I don't. I mean, nothing. I watch content and appreciate it. Dude, thank you. I appreciate that. Unless I want to do a roster review. Yeah, I mean, I think that's part of like what I wanted to do with that membership stuff. So, if you can, I don't know how we can work this right now. I was going to say, if I can get your ally code, if you can like DM me or something like that, I can try and get it done later. Hold on, guys. My dog wants to come in. But yeah, no, I know it is really unfair, and I do think. Okay, cool. Let me. I'm gonna screenshot it for now. Like I said, I'll try and I will get to it later. I won't be able to do it this stream, but hopefully I'll get maybe a stream tomorrow. Actually, that might work too. But yeah, it is highly contentious, like between shard to shard. So I don't blame people at all for like saying it's unfair. It is unfair. I had a really active squad arena shard, and it sucked. Like I was doing 2-hour climbs at the height of like the JML thing. And so that's why I think eventually like crystals go away from Fleet Arena, right? Because there's no way to for them to monitor. I'm just checking to see how many of each I've got. So I think I want to go a little bit more into this, and then I'll give a little bit of love to these. Okay. But yeah, there's no way to relegate that, right? Like, or not relegate it, but there's no way to control like how many people have quit, you know, or like how active of spenders you have inside of your shard. And so that's why I think like eventually it just goes away, right? It's the difference of $100 worth of crystals every month. Yeah, that's true. The Mafia on my shard is 25 to 30 people that maybe let me into the top 20, and that's it. Yeah, that's crazy. It might be time. Oh, dude, didn't even see that. I'm gonna need to sleep on it, but it might be time. True. What am I working on? So I just finished unlocking Leia. She's got, so I took her to, I think she's R7 now. Yeah, she's R7. No mods on her yet. Because I'm gonna have to come up with mods somehow. But yeah, my next thing is gonna be obviously getting the ult grinding the ult for her. And she's honestly one where I know I was like kind of short on something. Oh, it's these blues. This is what I was truly short on. I'm sure I could probably salvage some stuff in here. But I'm going to bring her to R8 at a minimum. Perfect. Do this too. I'm going to bring her to R8 at a minimum because I think that's probably the right spot for her. And then it's probably going to be R9 to her. And then maybe R8 to Drogon. So I'm just short a ton of relics. But yes, going back to Thapa, like these are all my datacrons I've earned, but I've already got 30 of them. So I'm like, okay, how does one go about this? You need to be able to delete from your inbox. It's truly annoying. But yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. And then like the only other thing really, I need to add relics to my trench. He's relic 5 right now. I'd like to get him to 7. The only other thing in my favorites right now is Paz Vizsla. Everything else, like listen, I don't deny that Tarfil's good. I don't deny that Saw Gerrera has a use in the game. But what I do deny is that like I don't have their squad or like I don't have them like earmarked for like any more resources than like I currently gave them. So like I've just had to put Tarful and Saw Gerrera on hold. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Eventually, like I would love to get like some of my fleets back up to higher relics, right? Like Sith Marauders still R7. I'd love to get, you know, Sith Assassin a little bit higher up there as well. I'm not saying R9, but like, right? I think that would, like R7 would be nice. There was some other stuff, man. Like I've been going off of like Mara Jade 5, Star Killer 7 for so long. It's like, oh, Aiden is another one where I'm like, I need to bring her to 7. There's so many characters where I'm like, man, I so badly need these guys to be higher. I think a lot of the Imperial Troopers too, as we get closer and closer to the Dark Trooper Moff Gideon, I think a lot of my troopers are going to need to go up higher. Like I need these Rogue Ones as well, like to go up higher. Like I'm sure again the raid is going to cause like all these kind of leftover Ewoks that I haven't even put Gear 13 on to be like, hey, we need to probably get them to, you know, R3. There's just so many to work on, right? Like it's just freaking insane. It's like, it's actually crazy, man. All right, it is the new Gear 11. We probably want some extra relics. Yeah, yep, Thapa. That's what I was just saying too. Like, we're gonna need some relics for that. It's insanity, man. What's up, Stormpooper? How's it going, man? Nice. Yeah, I'm here. Year half in the game and just unlocked JML as your first GL and Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. That's awesome, dude. You took Saul to R5 and love him with Bodhi, a hidden gem. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't deny that their teams are good and useful. It's just I can't. Like, I just have so much to work on. I just have to feel like I feel like I pick something and I'm like, okay, that's what we're gonna go with. But man, I really want to get my Star Killer to higher relics. Yeah, true. Yeah, like I said, I've been rolling with a single Ami R7 Star Killer for forever now, and it's like I said, it's probably not the most ideal thing in the world, but just is what it is. Dude, I do love what I will say is I do love Inquisitors. Inquisitors in Conquest are pretty amazing, so we're gonna just auto some battles here. Recommend buying some more vaults. That's actually a pretty decent way, but only the free-to-play vaults. Those are the only ones I have any interest in. That's the only ones, dude. I do not want to be a whale, but I'll take some free-to-play vaults for sure. I love Inquisitors. Yeah. You got the strongest star killer in the game? Really? That's pretty amazing, City of Trees. Dude, it's pretty wild trying to keep up with two chats. I need to figure out a way that I can get the YouTube chats on OBS. That way, like, I'm looking at you guys at the same time. Sorry. It'll take some time for me to get used to that. But thanks, guys, for coming out and watching. It's been awesome to have you guys here. Just conquesting and vibing. Decided that if I have to conquest, I'd rather conquest with you guys. Like, doing it. It's like doing stuff with your friends, you know, like you'd rather do it with people, not alone. How's your guys' Saturday going? Saturday night. Some of you guys, it might even, I don't know where's all you guys are located, but it might even be Sunday. Honestly, I probably could just, yeah, I could just sim these. Kind of. Oh, Doug Trio, thanks for the Prime Gaming. Welcome home, Commando. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. I appreciate you so much. He uses a bot that puts the chats together. I don't know what it is, but you could look at, yeah, I need to do more. Like, I literally 5 minutes before I started up, I was like, oh yeah, Twitch now allows like Twitch affiliates to multi-stream. Like, why wouldn't I just stream to the guys that are also on YouTube? Like, why not, right? It's a good time. You have the best Bodhi Rook. It's pretty impressive. Is that like a known fact? Like, if I went on .gg right now, we would just objectively be able to just look and see that that is the best Bodhi Rook out there. I think these are the things that I need the most. It's the Mark IIs. I've got 260 of them. Yeah, honestly, we could just sim these. Like, I'm not gaining anything really by doing this. I guess we could finally just do the repost thing. Knock that one out. Just really boring. Sorry. I'm sorry it's not more exciting, guys. Let's try it the other way. Let's try like Dooku. So is Doo we don't need anyone anymore for. Is there anyone that like can cleanse on the dark side? I don't think so. All right, let's go you. I guess we'll just 4-man this. Honestly, we'll see how this goes. Yeah, they don't want Twitch chat. They don't want you acknowledging Twitch, or so. I forgot exactly how they worded it. They have released you to do multi-streaming, but they don't want you to, like, it's not acknowledge YouTube chats, but like you basically have to, they want you to state like, hey, thanks Joe from YouTube, but like no one's gonna do that, right? As long as we're all on the same page, that no one in their right mind is actually gonna do something like that, and there's no way for them to keep up with that. So it's like they just kind of have to, like, unless Twitch is gonna audit my streams, right? Like, and it's just not gonna happen. All right, I want to just place this on you, and then we can auto. So there's at least 2 right there. So we'll try to keep it. We could try. Yes, I'm Dingerton. All right, we'll look it up after this. I thought my JML was pretty good. It's over 170k protection, but it doesn't even crack the top 50. That's pretty crazy. Honestly, a lot of people have been moving over to like faster JMK, or not JMKs, sorry, JMLs. Exactly, Jayhawker. Like everyone's just like, okay, so basically, like, you guys made this rule that you guys aren't able to enforce, so I should just do it. Yeah, there are weird rules. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So that's at least 3 there. We'll just win this. We won't stay here for the full 10 minutes. Actually, let me pull up Google Chrome here. We'll go check this. We'll go look at what the best of the best are. Gotta put on the dang dark mode. Okay. Once I get this, so first we'll start off with Bodhi Rook. We'll just have this playing in the background. All right, let's see, Bodhi Rook. Let's see who has got the best Bodhi Rook. Dankerton, yep, that's him. So Bodhi Rook, fastest Bodhi Rook out there is 324. It's Dankerton. Congrats on that. That's awesome. our new member here on the YouTube side of things. I appreciate that, by the way. But yeah, we got Dankerton here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I could zoom in a little bit. Perfect. Now we're like those old people that can't read, so we've got like size 72 font. Okay, so excuse me. All right, so that's the best Bodhi Rook out there. Now we have City of Trees that says look up Star Killer. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get here. ST. Oh, no, what the heck? Stop. That was horrible. All right. We'll just, instead of scrolling, we'll just do that. Star Killer. All right. Star Killer. So look up Star Killer. So City of Trees. I'm not seeing City of Trees here, though. Dang, dude. Sir Loki still has one of the best Star Killers as far as like speed goes. And he quit. Is there like another specific thing that you're basing your like best Star Killer off of? City of Trees? Or are you Mike's weight? Try to look around here for other ones that might ring a bell as far as your name goes. Look up Echo Maraska's Fennec Sean. Might take you a bit, but it's there. Trust. Dude, I'm waiting for Echo to come out, man. Yeah, what's up, Vinny? First off, I think we probably are good. I think we've probably gotten our 6. I would hope we got our 6. Isn't this like kind of cool that like Palpatine is shocking Palpatine and Darth Vader's like, hey, I don't like it when you shock Palpatine. So then he just like picks him up and throws him. Did you guys see how he clipped into the dang boardwalk? And now Palpatine's like, they're like, this is how he returned. Oh my gosh, like it's going crazy here. So Loki had like a 360 boss. His mods are insane. I know, man. It's crazy. Like his account was so freaking good. Yes. So Vinny, I do have both. I have Jedi Cal and Galactic Legend Leia. I just unlocked Leia like I was telling the stream earlier. Maybe it was Thursday or Friday. I don't remember when. But I haven't even put mods on her. That's how little I've used her. So yeah. I'm currently in the process of ult farming. Oh, by damage. Oh, it said strongest lookup by damage. He is physical. So your mini city, so it makes sense. Mini, your city of trees. Okay, I believe it. 13,000. So you're 600 above the next guy, who's Axel, who we all kind of know. What's your speed? Did you sacrifice a ton? Yeah, I was gonna say you must have sacrificed a ton to get that high. It's pretty cool though. Pretty cool. Offense, offense, offense. Just like we all wanted. Pretty cool. We got two of the highest whatevers, like two of the higher characters on on the same stream, man. It's pretty funny. At one point, I knew the guy with the highest, like this was back when DR was meta. He had the highest DR, and I want to say it was like, this was, again, remember, this was back in like 2019, maybe 2018. I don't remember. 2019, I think it would have been 2019. So like we didn't have like tons and tons of mod slices. We didn't have like, but he had like a 367 like DR. It was insane. Like we were all like, dude, that's the coolest thing ever. His mod sets didn't match, other than obviously the speed set, and like it was like objectively kind of a bad DR, other than like it started first, which back then was like all you needed DR to do. So it was actually a good one, but like, yeah, it's like the offense on it wasn't very good. Like, I don't think he was even running a crit damage set or like a crit damage triangle on it or anything like that. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like something like defense. It was something so stupid. It was like, this is objectively kind of a bad DR, except for the most important fact, which is you need him to be fast, and yours is really fast. So like you win. I'm 3-4 days away from unlocking Leia. That's awesome. I placed all 3 Amis on Jedi Cow. Sheesh. You got that TB love, huh? Offense triangle too. CD is better. For Star Killer, yeah. I mean, it's probably overall better. The damage coming from the ship would be better with the offense, but yeah. I managed to get 25 speed mod before getting a 6 dot the other day. It was pretty nice. That's awesome. Plus SK health is important for his ult to ship throwing. That's true. Echo 7 says I recently got a 29 speed square, but of course on my alt account. That's right. My guild doesn't care about TW. We're TB and raid focus. Yeah. It's interesting. We were just talking about character, or like not characters, but people like you guys earlier this stream. Ghost Palp returns probably hits hard. I think my Mara is 369 and I can beat Jabba with my Star Killer team. Yeah, I mean it is possible. Once you start getting into those Relic 9 Jabba teams and like with the 350 plus defenses, that's when my Star Killer EP team just does nothing. They just get destroyed. Oh, you're Night Swats. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I remember we fought you guys in a few of the TB or TWs. You know, there was actually a time where I was like, man, I really need to take a break from work. And like, I kind of thought about Night's Watch. I was like, these guys seem like they're pretty chill. I was like, they don't do TW, which would suck for my Zeta income. But I was like, objectively, like I was like, you know, it was during the summer and I was like, I do want to be able to have the option of taking a TW here or there off. I ended up going with GSF Omega, but yeah, it was one of those things where I definitely looked at Night's Watch because I was like, oh, well, like this would be another way where I could kind of supplement like some guild event. Like I would take a step back in TW, but like I would maybe take a step forward in TB. Right, so it's like exchanging one guild event for the other, but like I said, I ended up going with Omega. Buy those. Those are great. Buy these again because they're great. Buy these just because we never want to have that few of them. And we're at 22,000, so why not just buy these as well? Sometimes I'll use them as salvage. Okay. Keep buying credits because credits are life. See what's down here. It's nothing really crazy, but buy it anyways. We went to, yeah, everyone does eventually, right? It's sort of like the guy that drifts all the way down to like Kyber 69. And it's like, hey, this guy can't clear me. Oh, this is a pretty dope one. Oh, look at that. We got enough for another Zeta. We're living Zeta to Zeta, paycheck to paycheck there on Zetas. Debating getting the best Saw and the best Rebel fighters. What's up, Jay Enigma? We miss you in Omega. Ando, hard to win with these clean 15s. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was a good time. I mean, like I said, I kind of knew that I needed to leave FDO because I was like, summertime, like I was about to have my new baby, or yeah, my daughter. So I was like, and summertime is usually when we'll go on trips. And I remember last year when I started going on trips, some of the national parks around here, they don't have service in them, right? So it's like, I was like, man, I'm not gonna just be the guy that's like, hey, because it gets me so angry, like the amount of people that are in like quote unquote TW guilds and they're like, hey, I need to go defense heavy. And it's like, okay, I get it once, but then people start doing it like every single time. They're like, dude, I gotta go defense heavy. And it's like, yeah, I mean, if your goal is that you don't want to play the game, then I get it. Like, I know why you want to go defense heavy. But it kind of ruins our game plan here. So I was like, I don't want to be that guy, right? Like, I don't want to go into a TW and be like, hey guys, sorry, I'm going to be going to a national park this weekend. Need to go defense heavy. Thanks. Appreciate it. And then have other people like try to step up for me. So I knew I had to leave First Disorder. And I was like, yeah, you know, I know quite a few guys in Omega. And I was like, okay, so they take TWs relatively casual, or like they take it serious, but not like so serious where it's like at 50 sign up, you know, 50 place defense, all that other good stuff. But then after, like, once it kind of got to fall time frame, you know, daughter was a few months old at that point. I was like, all right, it's time to make a jump again. Want to play some competitive stuff again. Because I was like, if I keep playing, if I like between GAC, right? GAC is really tough because it's like you're kind of almost like dictated the match beforehand, right? Like, it's either like, hey, this guy's a GAC player and he loves this stuff and he probably just went 0-3 last week, so now he's just gonna wreck shop down here where I'm at. Or it's like, hey, okay, like this is a pretty equal one, like I think we can win this one. But there's like really no in between. It's like you just kind of gotta bite the bullet and kind of get punched a few times, and then you'll be the one that does the punching. So it's like, that's sometimes my GACs are 10 minutes long, right? Because it's just like, I'm going to score 10 and I'm going to go enjoy outside or something else. And yeah, the other side of it was like, I want to do something more with PvP, but sometimes with TWs, it's kind of the same thing where it's like, if it's a dip war, it's like, this is so easy. It's not even fun. Like, it's just a, you know, guild that doesn't attack, or they don't even want to play because they realize they're outmatched. That's why, like, I'm totally for a PvP revamp as far as like matchmaking goes, man. All right, cool. There's our 4 hundo. Just make sure I have the right fleet in. Yep. Okay. Cool. Our game plan is who cares about TW? We missed Zepho by 3 wins. Yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen. But yeah, it was a good time. Always a fun time to be around, you know, around the hollow tables. I guess we could probably do some TW or TB. This is like, sometimes it's just, most times I just deploy, but because I'm streaming, we'll auto. All right, this is clearly yesterday's yesterday's commands. We want these guys. I don't know, we'll just pick those guys. TW is a nice break. Yeah, I just love it. Like, I honestly do still love TW. The best ones are like the ones where, like, we just faced Ka Empire, right? And that was just a really fun match. Like, it was close the entire way. Like, I had an inkling that we were gonna win. I was like, okay, like once it started off, it was like, it was pretty scary. Like the first 2 walls, it was like, uh-oh, okay, so like we both were making a mess of things. And then once we got past those first few walls, I was like, I think we're gonna win. But you never know, man. You never know. Like our match against Bad Batch Unleashed, we were up by like 500 banners, and then it, like the last hour, we were just like, hey guys, it's ships time. Like, where is everyone? And they won because they full cleared. We still had like 2 or 3 fleets like left over. It was right when they made the changes. It was the first TW that they made those changes for Leviathan. So we didn't know like profundity worked. We didn't know trying to remember what the other ones that we tried. Yeah, it was tough. Like, and then like I said, like it's, you know, everyone just was like, well, profundity can't work, you know, like that they've tried, and then you just play it a different way and it just completely wrecks it still. So funny. You only have 1 TW Omi and you placed it by accident. That's hilarious. All but your Omis are TB, GAC, and Rage. Sheesh, that's crazy, man. Yeah, I faced my last match in 3v3. I faced a guy. He had, I think it was like, I want to say he had like 47 Omicrons, right? So I did the hot utils compare. He had 47 like Omicrons, and then like, you know, now in hot utils, right next to that compare, it'll tell you how many GAC Omicrons, and he had like 44 or something crazy like that. And I was just like, dude, are you serious? Like, this guy just loves GAC that much. So I was like, I'm just gonna score a 10 and call it a day. Like, I just was not about to fight that guy. I was like, you can have the win, man. Like, you clearly do love this game mode. Like, I'm not gonna take anything away from you for that. Just, I'm gonna take my 10 and go away from here. Like, and I knew it was bad too because he had both of the Afro droid, like front wall, he had Tusken Omicron, and he had it was the droid, the Afro droid Omicrons. So I was like, dude, those are 3v3, but like all 3 of those Omicrons are 3v3 specific. Let me see if I remember how to play this. Don't remember quite off the bat, but we'll see. We'll see how we play. I might mess this up, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, I was like, dude, you just take the win, man. And I think he won 66-10. Good old times. I do a basic here, right? Okay. All right, and then I think we healed the taunt. Okay. Just do basic. All right. Then we bring out you, so you get counters. We just counter. Hopefully to death. Okay. We do need a marked or whatever it's called. We won't get it, will we? This guy can't assist, right? I forgot. Oh, cannot gain buffs. All right, you can still assist. All right, give me. Okay, perfect. All right, beautiful. It's pretty wild though. What's up, Zach? How's it going, dude? Yoink. Yoinks. Oh wait, you know what? He can't assist. All right, whatever. Do want to kill this boss or a boba as soon as possible. I want to ability block him. All right, I think we should be good to be able to auto from here. What's up, Master? How's it going, dude? Oh no, you know what? That totally ruined it. Crap. No, don't kill him. Are you serious? Auto failed us. It really did fail us. All right, we need to re-get the taunt on you. Yeah, I guess we'd be doing basics from here on out. Man, I can't believe losing Boba here immediately means this is about to be an additional 5 minutes longer than it needs to be. That is so lame. I can't believe we're such an idiot face to do that. Is it too late to add the dash on me if I'm in K2? I don't think it's ever too late to add it. I don't quite know. Honestly, like, I don't have the dash on me myself. So I have 13 GAC Omicrons, and honestly, I don't know what I would do with the dash one. Like, my scoundrels aren't that good. So that's why I kind of always avoided it. I don't think it's actually a pretty decent one, and I know it like can kill JML, but it's like, how many times is JML on defense? All right, I think now we just auto this thing. But yeah, this is TB. Yeah, it is TB. Your favorite game mode, man. Come on, don't you know this is Kessel. Yeah, I don't have it. I know it does well, and then like I know I don't have ad rads either, and it gives you some extra speed. So, but yeah, no, I haven't added it, and I probably will never add either of those unless there's just some super niche like counter that's needed. Gotta do these right too. I don't know what's gonna work better or not, but we're gonna go for this. What about JCal Amis for T? You mean TW or you mean TB? I don't have those, but Vinny was just saying he's got them. This is where like not having an R8 on cat is also like just a huge pain. What is thy bidding, my master? Oh, I love it. Your guild's kind of serious in TWs. We get into this argument here. We've gotten into it with our inside of our own Discord, but there's TW guilds, and then there's three kind of guilds out there. There are TW guilds, then there are guilds that claim that they're TW competitive, and then there's non-TW guilds. That's it. Those are the three. That's all there is. No, they're TBs. We the second one you said. Well, the whole joke about that is usually there's no such thing as like TW competitive. There's just TW competitive is also just a non-TW guild. So we just kind of joked around about that. All right, you guys need to focus on this dude. This is the guy right there. He is him. Don't tell Dan, dude, or Lab. Those guys would be very upset by hearing that. We need JMK. Can JMK pull this out? We need JMK to hit this right here. And we need JMK to just carry. Him and Gas. Oh, I don't think it's gonna happen here, fellas. So you never know. You just never know, you know? You think you know, and then you just never know. Getting rid of him is pretty huge. Oh no. Oh, they ability block JMK, so that's it. I was gonna say if you get damage immunity on them, then it could be good. Conquest guilds. Yeah, I mean that's non-TW. Sheesh. I don't even know what's happening. All right, we're about to back out of this. Oh, okay, good. They're gonna kill him. I was gonna say, if we're just gonna sit here and watch JMK just slowly die, we're gonna back out. I don't know who we're gonna bring in the other one. Let's see. I don't want to make it be. Oh, I don't have all clones. Or wait, just give me light side. All right, we're gonna see if Jedi Cal, Luke Skywalker, Grandmaster Yoda, and should we try Plo? I think this is I feel this is a decent Plo job. Let's see if these guys can get her done. Lord of the Strings win. Dude, when they come out with their GAC, which they are supposedly like, I mean, they released in their last road ahead. They come out with their GAC, I'll definitely try it. Right now, the only thing that goes on in Lord of the Rings is really the raid. Which I'm totally fine with. There's tons of people, like, every day, like, I see someone be like, hey guys, I'm quitting this game. There's just not enough to do. And I'm like, I know, isn't it great? It's just like, it's hilarious. It's so funny. Like, I'm just like, oh yeah, no, I I fully admit there's not enough to do. It's amazing. But yeah, no, someday whenever they come up with that, I probably will. It's I enjoy the game itself. It's so simple right now. I know eventually it's gonna go away from that, and that's when I'll probably be like, all right, it was a solid run, but it's time. And so yeah, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, we'll see. Dude, we're doing pretty good so far, guys. This is that's what we get for using Plo. Here, let's target this guy. Let's give ourselves the best chance for this to work out. And Jedi Cal on auto is just doesn't hit the same way, you know? He just doesn't do the moves that he needs to do. Oof. At least there's gonna be a saber that's tossed here. Oh man. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, because we got ult. R9 Plo. That's why you R8 your Plo. That wave is hard. Yeah. It's hard for auto to get this right. I bet if I played it, I would have won it, but then again, that would mean I'd have to play it, you know? Which is just sounds truly horrific. Oh man, not even that. We couldn't even kill them. Come on. Okay, cool. It's one of these that I usually try to go for. I don't remember which one it is. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe they're all the same. This one would definitely fail on auto. Sheesh. Can't believe Maw VG isn't a TB guild. Dude, we didn't even have orders. We missed like 2 stars because no one even cared. I'm not even kidding. Like we truly missed 2 stars because, well, they were focused on the merger and it was just hilarious. Like we just didn't have orders. Do I go all in right now? I think I am gonna go all in. It was pretty funny, man. And like no one cared about it. Like I didn't care either. I was just like, yeah, it's fine. I don't care. Like no one was like, hey guys, where's our orders? We just all accepted it. We were like, yeah, it's fine. It's cool. Like no one gave out like deployment orders or reminded people to deploy. We just were like, yeah, let's chill. Oh, don't I need to be doing these? Yeah, like I need to put this on you. Oof, he's gone. He gone. I can't remember if I'm supposed to save ult, but I'm just gonna go for it. Just kind of hopefully everyone dies from dots. Die from dots, please. I'm gonna save that. Yeah, it's gonna be emerging right after. Like I heard it's like super right after, like as in they don't even care if you like, they don't care if you sign in to get your TB rewards. Like from the VG side, like it's like you guys better be like right on it or else you guys aren't going to get it kind of deal. At least that's what I heard. Oof. All right, it's gonna come down to solo Vader here. Can he do it? Can he make it? Probably not. These brain worms or whatever the hell they're called. Gonna fry our brains here. Oh wait, can attack this guy. Wait, why are we? Oh, he does have taunt. That's where I die. Normally I get that one. Yeah, he should be. I saw he was on the list. I saw he was in the new server at least. Yeah, I think that's what the overall goal is just like to get like it's just the same thing. Like the problem is like even if you have two like for instance, I run my alt account. The problem is that like one person can run two accounts like decently. It's like okay, but you're never going to be able to run two accounts as well as you could run one account, if that makes sense. I don't know if I have first order for this. I think this is where I just like decided that I was going to bring in like Sith, right? Yeah, that's what it is. Bring in Sith here so that way we can get the bonus kills when they kill him or when they kill other Siths. So yeah, it's just like you end up like with the alts or drivers or whatever you want to call it, like you end up just running not as well. So I think that's maybe the overall goal, but like I'm certain that we aren't, like, as far as like account strength wise, we're not as strong as we used to be. It's just the amount of the accounts that are being brought over, at least from some of the ones that I've seen, it's just not gonna, they're not gonna hold up like inside the gauntlet. They're going to have to put on a ton of relics and stuff. And like I'm saying that as someone that I'm in that same boat, and there's smaller accounts that are heading into the guild. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a transition period overall, like long-term wise, I think. But yeah, I think we'll be competitive as hell. I think, like I said, it's going to be a better thing for the guild overall. I should run a guild. I do run a guild, actually. It's a small guild, though. I couldn't run it. Like, right now, I'm running, or like, I have my officers running a TB. Like, it's our first time running Rise of the Empire, and like, I basically had nothing to do with it. Like, I've offered some, like, advice, but that's about all I've done. Okay. I think I do want to stun you. Ah, no. Why would you do that? It's fine. Next move is to ult these suckers. Oh, should I go? Should I risk it? I think I'm going to. siphon from you, so that way we lessen your damage. Oh, don't kill him. Okay, perfect. All right. Beautiful. And might just do a pokey poke and then a swipe. That should be it. More than one account is awful. Yeah, I mean, my one account, like in that other guild that I'm the leader of, like it really just does the bare minimums. But the thing is, like, and what we've constantly always said is like my bare minimum is like other members like 500%. Like they just not possible. So like even just me deploying in TB is like, I mean, it's a 10.5 million GP account. I think like the average GP now in that guild is something like 3 or 4 million or something like that. So, you know, it's like, it's, you know, 2 times that at least for most accounts to make that kind of jump. Look at the commands. They still just say preload, don't star. Classic. Such a classic mix-up, man. You're gonna drop your 6 million alt soon, Dank? Yeah, alts are hard, man. They're really hard. Like you really have to take a very chill like aspect to them, or else you're gonna get burnt out. People are still just doing this one because it's not marked as don't get it. Yeah, we missed these by like, I mean, these are just a few people just not deploying because they didn't get notified, because they expect like everyone to be like, hey, you need to, you know, do your TB battles. So we'll get like, I guess 34 probably this round. We normally just do the 36 and it's just normally deploys only. If you want to do combats, do it. I normally don't because, you know, like by me doing those combats right now, I'm like 5th. I mean, obviously some people haven't deployed, but you see how much people really care about TB. So yeah. Even if you do everything perfect, so you guys don't have the GPs. Yeah, we do. We will get it. I mean, like I said, we always get it. We always get 36. And that's the 2 stars that or the 4 stars, I guess, that we need. So yeah, so we're currently at 30. We'll probably get 34. But yeah, we dropped 2 stars because, like I said, they were just way more worried about the merger, and no one like, it was 2 days into TB before anyone was like, hey, oh yeah, hey guys, just deploy to this zone. This is which ones, because after 2 days, right, you need to be told like, hey, we're gonna not worry about you need to start limiting it to basically 2 planets at a time, right? Like, because you won't have enough GP to do all 3 to just deploy. And so yeah, it's pretty hilarious. Like, I was like, eventually I was like, hey, am I missing something? Like, did we do TB orders? And everyone was like, no, we're just way more focused on I think they were just coming up with the rosters and stuff. Let's get our mod refreshes in. Plan on doing some modding. Maybe I'll do a mod stream here soon. I don't need ship stuff, honestly. Oof, we still got conquest refreshes. Yikes. Oh no. Yeah, nice. I got 300 of those, 1,000 of those. Sheesh. 300 of those. Oh yeah. It's been since last TW cycle that I haven't upgraded any singular mods. And I think if we had double drops, right? I think that's probably why I'm rolling in so deep in those right now. My guild is making me R8 aura sing for platoons. Oof. Yeah, I did a few back in the day. The stupid Datacrons always get me, man. I did a few for when it first happened. Like I did like R7 Kenobi, and I don't remember the other ones. Just like I think I picked like a few stupid ones. Like I was like, oh yeah, okay, this Ewok, sure, why not? But I haven't touched them since because I don't. Oh crap! I meant to go to Conquest. I meant to do that like a little bit earlier. And now obviously all my relic mats are just spoken for. Like I'm just in such a relic deficit. Where's our health at? Oh, we need to do some of these freaking Chirpo Wicket Paplus. Remember when Glenn was trying to guilt trip me for not doing something? Oh yeah. Yeah. And like you and I had like Afra at the time, which was like the most needed one. What killed us with that was like I was like, hey, listen, I will always do something for the guild. Like that's just the way I am. Like as long as it makes sense. I was like, I will do whatever it needs to be done for the guild, but I want it to make sense. And the way that it makes sense is if you sit there and you tell me like, hey, so and so can't relic 7 Wicket because they're working on Ray, and I'd be like, hey, listen, got it. I have Ray. I'm totally cool with taking that. I will eat that responsibility every day. But what I was getting upset with is like people were like, what I picked up on very, very rapidly within First Disorder was they were like, there was people dogging on Ray, right? It was because that's the cool thing to do. They're like, why would I get such a worthless GL? And it's like, what do you mean, my guy? Like that is, you see every single TW when we bleed over 250 banners on a single Ray wall. That is what you're preventing us from doing to other guilds because we only have 32 of these things. And I was like, and she's been out for forever. So I was like, oh, what do you want? Like, dude, go farm Ray. Stop farming other crap. Like, I don't want to hear about how we're like, oh yeah, but this this data disk is so good on, you know, Mob Enforcer. Like, I better bring her up. And I was like, no, you need to go get Ray. That's what you need to go do. Stop messing around. It is so bad. I did R8 Zalbar and Asajj and R7 Luminara and Talib. Sheesh. Stop it going hard on those platoons, man. All right, I think we're safe to auto here. Prove me wrong. 594 million GP guilds should be getting 38 stars. Yeah, Remo, the problem is we don't care about TB. And like I said, our officers were more worried about other things, so it's fine. The thing is like, what is the difference between 38 stars and 36? So that's what we normally get is 36. This time we got a little bit less because officers were busy doing other officer things. But yeah, 36 is really the difference. After that is pretty minimal, and the effort for it is pretty much, it's basically, yeah, exactly. The only difference is crystal difference, which is not that important for me personally. Let's put it this way, like you can win one more GAC and like focus all your stuff into Conquest and end up crystal positive to the max. So yeah, I don't mind like TB. If like, here's the thing, if you enjoy TB, go all in. Like that's, I'm happy for you, but TB is the one area in which if you are in a decently big guild, you can shortchange a lot of effort and put it into other things and end up way higher in like anything that you need to do. Dude, I gotta go open a pack after this because my fingers are twitching for a pack. No, I'm just kidding. I gotta open up a pack because this stupid Bad Batch sound keeps playing in my ear. Difference is sanity. Yeah, pretty much. Like, it's TB is truly horrendous. Like, I dislike it so much. But that being said, I understand, like, it's not my game mode, and I truly don't care. Like, I'm glad that other people like it. Like, that's, I guess, what I want to try to say is I'm glad there are people out there that do enjoy it, because they clearly spent a lot of time on it, and like that would suck if they spent all that time and then they were like, no one liked it. Like, not even the PvE guys liked it. They're like, man, we really missed the mark on this. It's cool. Like, it's like a really cool design. I want to like it, but at the end of the day, it's a lot of time for not much in comparison for what you can do. So yeah, Riva was really good from it. I will say that. I really like, obviously that was a big thing. God, I gotta get this sound out of here. So you took OG, Kylo, Zalbar, and Tech to R8, Luminara for R7 for operations. My gosh. Yeah, the other thing too that, like, the other reason why I don't like TB, not like it, it feels dirty, right? Like, it feels there's a little bit of like, I don't like these things, and that sometimes make it feel like I don't think that CG intentionally tries to be like evil. Like, I know that's like how Reddit views it. Oh my goodness gracious. I know that's how CG or like is viewed by a lot of the public, and they have done some shady stuff in the past. They've also done some decent stuff too, like but what I don't like is when there's stuff that feels like, to me, and like, again, this is totally like a perception thing on my behalf, not like anything, but there's some times where I feel like they just think we're so stupid that we'll just blindly be like, oh yeah, no, CG told me that I've got to do this. And like, one of those things that has really irked me is the planets, right? I get it, R5, R6, R7, but these ones that are like, hey, you need to have R9, a full R9, team, right? Oh, you want to do this, Vandor, young Han Solo squad, you better have a full R9 squad for it, right? I just feel like it's one of those things where, like, I feel like they took people's like love for the game and they just sort of like, I don't know, not spat in it, but they were just like, I always liken it to this, like, and I've said this on my Discord, it's like they must have had a meeting on this and they're like, hey, listen, they're never gonna buy this, guys. Like, why are we doing? Like, why would we create a full planet where you're like every single character needs to be R9? And they'll be like, no, dude, they'll totally buy it. They're just monkeys on a wheel. They're gonna see these numbers and they're gonna say, well, I guess I've got to R9 everything. And I don't like that. Like, I don't like feeling like that is potentially the thing. Now, did they do that? Like I said, I don't think so. I don't know, I guess, is the big thing. But I don't like the fact that they were just like, yeah, you know what? You guys better have, like, if you want to run your first order, you better have a full R9 first order team. And it's like, what? Dude, in what world do you guys live in where that's like a legitimate thing that people want to do? And I mean, like, there's guilds that are hitting it now, but yeah, it's just funny. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Yeah, I mean, it's a money grab move, but it's not even just a money grab move. It's more just like, it's almost the same instance of, it just feels almost lazy. you know, like it feels very similar to like the GOTB light side, where the ships that we currently have a year after Rise of the Empire has it to being like we're still just missing like 12 million ship GP per character, like per roster out there. And it's like, you guys made that number so absurdly large because you guys didn't want us to accomplish it or something. Like, what? I don't understand like where the strategy on that, where that came from. So it just sucks. If the rewards made sense for the investment and the CMs were worth it, I'd enjoy it more. Yeah. I also just, there's like some planets like Braca is just pure cancer to me. I don't know. It's pure cancer to me. Like, I don't like it. It feels like some of the planets afterwards are easier. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, sometimes I'm just like, yeah. Okay, well, at least I got both of those done. Yeah. All right. Well, like I said, we're just vibing, guys. I think I'm kind of done doing everything. Might be, I guess, a decent time to end the stream, huh? It's future proof, so they need to make a new one for a few years. Well, I don't think that light LSGO will ever be maximal. So I could see it. Okay, so like, let me throw out a scenario for you. What if, you know how after the fact they added the Jabba nodes like onto the older TBs, right? Jabba came out, and then there was like some special nodes like on Hoth and GOTBs, where it's like you can use, you know, Hut Cartel and fight inside those for special mission currencies or whatever. Like, what if Marauder, you know, or not Marauder, yeah, Marauder, but also Endurance got, you know, a mission there, right? And it was worth, you know, 3 million or 4 million. I forget what the current breakdown of that one was. Do they have it shown? Is it supposed to be a light side TB one? Oh, I don't think I don't think I'll be able to click inside of it, right? But yeah, like, I mean, they might be able to add one, which would then severely reduce the amount of GP that's needed. If they added like another node where you can get like 50 more combat missions in or something like that. Yeah, it won't let me look at it. But anyways, yeah, it would need something like that. Like, in order for us to reach it within the next like year or something, you know, they need to release like 10 more ships. And then they need to put an additional combat node in there. And like I said, maybe it's the Endurance with Marauder, where like, you know, each combat wave is worth, you know, or each combat completion is worth like 4 million territory points. So, you know, 50 of those, you know, you're getting closer or something like that. Because right now it's just crazy. We vibing, you can stay and make Ando drink. True, might be time. No guild will max star ROTE. Either the game will be dead, or they will release something to replace it, or they will just make more planets, right? Like, it's never going to be maxable, because like even, well, I guess I forgot how Zepho works. Did Zepho make it to where it's now out of 55 stars, or does it make it to where you can get 56 out of the 55 stars? I don't remember, honestly. So it's 3 stars. Let's do some math because I've been drinking. I guess we could do it over here. So there's 3 times. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's for each phase, right? Yep. So 3 times 6 times 3. So it's 54. So it is included. So yeah, like, every single zone that they add in here, right? Like, I don't know, who knows? Maybe someone will be worth 2 or 3 stars. This number is just going to keep growing, right? Sneaking up on 12 mil. Sheesh, where is time gone? It's crazy, man. It's come at a cost, though. Like, I'm not ready for anything else. But I've come to grips with that, because like I was saying earlier, basically nothing is going to be like attainable with my old school strategy where I was like, okay, we just hoard for the next thing and hoard for the next thing and hoard for the next thing. I don't remember if I answered you, Master. Do I do 100 crystal refreshes for conquest? It depends. This set, I've been a little bit more lenient. I've been like, okay, like I'll do a few, because I think this set of datacrons is that good. Most times, no. Most times I do not. I just normally do my 50s. Oh, and I still have, oh no, I don't. So yeah, I normally do my 50s and I call it a night. Usually, like I said, you know, I work 5 days a week. It's like I normally do conquest right before bed. It's like I'm just trying to get to bed as fast as possible. So yeah, no, normally I do not. I normally just do 50s. This set is so good though that I want to continue pushing up some of my datacrons. So, and luckily, like I have a lot of shard shop currency, which has sort of helped me propel my stuff. That's what the beauty of like the store is, that it refreshes now. So I've been able to buy like the reroll match, which reminds me, I think I need to buy some more. Because I think I just bought the currency, not the, oops, wrong one. Yeah, this one. So I've been buying these as well anytime I can. Look at just like how much of the old stuff I have. My gosh, they've clearly made it to where it's like, hey, they're gonna give you a lot of Mark 1, 0 Mark 2, and then you'll have a decent amount of Mark 3. Like, they basically just made it to where they're like, hey, listen, like, we're gonna get them. And you could tell the way that they're doing that, because, or that they are legitimately trying that, because look at what's available. I can purchase this for shard shop currency. I can purchase Mark 3 for shard shop currency, but what I can't purchase for shard shop currency, Mark 2. So they are clearly like bottling you into that like level 6, and so that's why you saw me counting how much I still have of that. I usually do the 50s. That's it. The end of DC mats. Yeah, 100s. Yeah, like I said, this one I have been dipping into the 100s just because it is that good of a set. Like, it truly is like kind of like good. Boy. Gotta go. Thanks for the stream. Dude, thank you for stopping by, Stormpooper. Dank, yeah, actually, you know what? It's good. I'll check out your roster review, or I'll check out your roster and give it a nice little review. Let me find your ally code here. 83. Why not? We'll just talk some roster review stuff. 773. Okay. House of Ren. I feel like I randomly saw this guild somewhere else. Have you played recently the 501st Legion Commandos? Because that's like my baby guild. I don't think so. It wasn't them. I don't know where I've seen this name from though. Well, R9 on JML is good start. Oof, we need to 6E these though. It's not super imperative just because protection is these stats, and so you don't gain a ton. But potency is nice though. Glad to see that you went potency. Potency set is by far the most ideal, but I will also say that like sometimes it just depends. Like, let's see your overall stats on JML. 502. It's kind of slow, but oof, yeah, we need to. If you could try and reduce, you have a decent amount of protection, as far as like protection goes. like added at least. You want to be closer to like the 150, 60, 70 area if you can, especially with R9. But the health, the health does nothing. But you don't have any like health like primaries or anything. Just must be secondaries. This is a nice one. Obviously, a lot of people are running protection primary. I actually landed a pretty solid one recently. Yeah, the problem is that speed right now. Speed is still, the speed on JML is like still, like everyone wants the big damage, and I don't blame people. Like everyone wants that like that sweet true damage that just slaps. But the bottom line is like, especially with JML being your only GL, like sometimes, you know, a faster JML is pretty nice. Oh, you just don't have this last one, huh? Or you just chose not to add it? Yeah, I would definitely go for there. Saturday gang. Roster reviews. Sheesh. I know, man. It's been a long time since I ran some like legit roster reviews. We are very TW focused on the guild. Nooch is in maybe. Oh, interesting. Nice. What's up, Seraphim? How's it going, dude? Zeta Crunch. Okay. It's understandable. When did you unlock him? Just by question, by way of knowing, I guess. Love to see the GI, and it's the ready to die. Okay, I have the leader one. He's pretty solid this set, as well. I know it's TW, so a lot of people don't care, but okay, I like it so far. Yeah, so you just went speed here, which in some cases makes sense. The big thing to ask yourself here is 323. So I'm hoping to see that Seventh Sister is not faster. I would do if I were you, I would put Seventh Sister as the fastest. There's a reason for that as well. You're gonna want that to be the case. It gets him going basically. Like you can actually have Grand Inquisitor slower as long as Seventh Sister is very fast, because basically as soon as you land your 6 not plague your 6 what am I blanking on, purge, he gets his bonus turn, right? So you can do the, you know, and you've got the one where you basically just auto kill a Jedi, which is amazing. So yeah, it can definitely help having Seventh Sister be really fast. Yeah, this is the guy that had the fastest Bodhi Rook in the game. So it's a thing. 324, man. That's legit. Oh man, yeah, we need Zetas here too. We need Zetas at a minimum. But decent, as long as you're like above the 330 is where I shoot for, but 300, you know, I guess if you must pick between Bodhi Rook and Mara Jade, I don't blame you for going Bodhi. Oh, 2 weeks. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Seraphim, you're doing well. Good to see, man. 10 months since I saw my account, and today YouTube showed me your stream again. Must be a sign, dude. 300, dude. This shows me that you might have potential on this one right here. Oh, that's a nice mod. Yeah, 3 at 16. That's a good mod. That one's a little bit more questionable. That one's 4 at 18 is 15 is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, so I don't know how you're using Resistance Hero Finn, but I like to have him be at like 330. Right now, he's not for me either, so it's not like I'm blaming you, but just sort of how speed has just been sort of stolen away from people. Yeah, man, I can tell you're in a Zeta crunch. You have the Omicron on Dash, but you don't have his Zeta, which his Zeta is pretty good. I mean, it's not like crazy, but yeah, you definitely want it. It's interesting to see that you've got your Inquisitors tuned up pretty high. Second sister is okay, but she's not that much. She's not that high. Okay, so yeah, you have a massive speed drop off basically. So like, what's Dash? 282. Yeah, so you go from like 300s in here to like 280s here, like a couple characters down, and then like, what was it? Those was like 277 or something, or 263 with 77 speed added. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would focus, like, obviously, like, it's so easy to say, but like speed depth is so important, right? Because right now, like, the way I see it is you basically have, you know, what, 5 characters or 6 characters at your 300 speed or above mark, and one of them's a GL. And then after that, you sort of start to really degrade pretty quick, right? Like, you're at like 280s by your 8th character ish, or I guess 9th character ish. And then, yeah, like, you start to really go down quick. You don't have Lord Vader, so it's not a problem that your maul is pretty slow, but yeah, it's just right now what I would focus on is mods. I mean, obviously, like the speed mods specifically, like speed depth, not just speed mods themselves, but speed depth. You have some really good potentials in here. Like I said, this one right here is a beauty, like, because you've got still 2 rolls before you even have the 6E something. So there's possibility that this becomes like a 20 before you 6E anything. You know, then it's a 21 or something like that once you 6E it. Then you have, 5 more rolls or whatever to get it, to that 5th mark later on. But it's not a huge deal though, because it's probably not like, it's not like you have Rey. I don't even know if you have like Zori or anything like that you've been like trying to run with this. But yeah, you must have did the light speed packs, I'm assuming. So yeah, it makes sense. Like, those Zetas are going to be such a huge crunch for you guys that just did that. I would obviously keep saving until you get Rey. But yeah, once you get Rey, I would start going. There's a very hard, like, Gas can beat Resistance Hero or Rey quite easily, except for when Resistance Hero Finn is like, that 320, 330 range. It starts to get really tricky. So I'd focus on that. So yeah. You're down triple refreshing mods. Yeah, that's like what I call like best practice for that personally. 380 or bust on everyone R9. Yeah, true. But yeah, no, I completely get, like, especially those light speed bundles, like they sped everyone, they light speed everyone into like a galactic legend, but then you're not necessarily ready for it. And that's, I mean, you could see that's happening to me at 11.7, right? Like 11.7, and it's like I need to come up with mods, because I really was not anticipating that I was gonna have Leia, right? And I need to now come up with mods for her, right? So it means that I got to tear some from other people and hopefully upgrade, replace them with lessers and upgrade them with better, but yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a long, it's one of those things where it's kind of like I don't know, like a yo-yo, if that makes sense. Like, you're going to be good for a while, and then like all of a sudden you're going to get like slung out there, and you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm so spread thin on mods, or I'm so spread thin on Zetas, or I'm so spread thin on something else. And now I need to get that. So Maul with Ufus. Okay, so you've got like a Seer team. So that makes sense. It makes sense why it's slow. And I think you were running offense set, which again would make more sense on Ufu team. So just like I didn't check to make sure, but yeah, I would go, you know, offense and health with health secondaries on like the circle or whatever, and then probably just offense on the cross, the triangle, and the, if you really want to go slow but powerful, you could go offense on the arrow too. You could even make an argument for maybe even health on any of those too, depending on how your mods roll out. Your Mara's 369. I don't know where I'm at now. And look at that. Like my non-modded Leia is slower than my cat. That's hilarious. 377 there, so probably not 369. I think I slowed down my Mara. Yeah, 330. That's about where I feel like she should be. But yeah, it'll get you. Should you get Sith Assassin R8 after I'm done with GL Leia? Honestly, I mean, it's nice, but I don't think you kind of need it. Kind of get it for Levi counter, but it don't matter if you go first. You win in mirror matches. It's honestly, I killed an R9 Sith Assassin not too long ago with my Levi mirror, or not Levi mirror, but yeah, with my Levi counter. That's why I'm holding off on getting Rey, even though I can get her easily after the packs. I want to make sure I have the resources for her. Yeah, I mean, and at the end of the day too, like, Evo, as far as like that goes, like I would. Obviously, we all want the Galactic Legends to be awesome. We want them to have all the Zetas. We want them to have the ultimate. We want them to have, you know, the best mods and all this other stuff. But that being said, I have also seen it to where someone with a Gear 8 Rey has like held on GAC, right? You make it your opponent's problem instead. Like you just place them on defense and be like, hey, listen, maybe they'll kill it. Maybe they'll overkill it. Maybe it does nothing, but it's maybe better than a certain team, or maybe it allows me to bring that certain team on offense. That way I can use it on something else, right? So just you know, playing kind of like devil's advocate there. Nothing wrong with being spread thin on resources. It's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, it feels bad for your account, right? Like you're like, man, I'm so stretched thin. I need to do like 15, you know, different things. So yeah. Thrawn versus Levi. Oh yeah. R9 Rey looks crazy. She's really good, man. She's just still so good comparatively. Yeah, no problem, Dank. Appreciate you becoming a member. Yeah, we do have Jabba and Leia in the game, man. Come on. Where you been at? I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, it happened. I want to say Jabba happened about a year ago. Leia happened, what, a couple months ago now? Yeah, Rey is another one that's just, she holds like just crazy. She's so good. Anyways, guys, it's getting late here. I think it's time for us to depart. Yeah, I probably have to come up with I'll probably have to stream tomorrow, man. It just feels like during the weekends is gonna be like my best time to stream now. Now with 2 kids, you know, the numbers make it to where I've, you know, got to help out the wife. You know, it's just one of those things where can't really have, gotta have, it's like a 1v1 v1, I guess. So it's been tough, and like after work's been crazy the past few months. I'm really hoping, I know I'll get my like week off from, I'm taking a week off for Thanksgiving. I'm taking a week off for Christmas, so should get some streams in during those times too. But yeah, I think weekends are right now, like Fridays including, are going to be kind of like my only days. Fridays through Sundays are going to be my only days. I kind of already move to that schedule just because like I basically said like, hey, GAC matches on Wednesdays is just not gonna fly. I'd just be staying up so late, so much later, and then I'd not be getting sleep. And anyways, yeah, on the weekends though, do still enjoy this. It's still a fun time. Get to crack open a whiskey and hang out with the boys, you know. GG's, yeah, absolutely. Good to see you, man. Take it easy. Thanks, Dufine, for stopping out, man. My brain enjoys the feeling of unlocking something big like a GL and being able to take them straight to relics and give them all the, yeah, so like basically completionist stuff. Yeah, the math be math. And yeah, but thanks guys. And I will probably try and keep the dual streams so that I keep some, you know, the YouTube section open. I will have to figure out how to get YouTube chat on here so that way, like right now I have it on my phone, so that way I was like, okay, like let's make sure that we don't, you know, we don't miss out on any YouTube chats. But yeah, thanks Dank and thanks Seraphin for stopping by. You guys are awesome. All of you guys are awesome. Enjoy the rest of your nights wherever you may be. Stay safe. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, which is pretty much everything. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Peace.